Hi guys, and welcome to another Asshat of the Week. And in fact, it might be the last Asshat of the week. I'm not going to say never. Maybe I will make more Asshat videos for those really special tankers. But if you watch my stream, you'll know that I tend to try and stay away from negativity. I try to avoid negativity as much as I can. In fact, if someone in my platoon is being negative, I kick them from the platoon. I really don't like negativity. I think there's far too much negativity in World of Tanks. But the original reason I decided to make the Asshat videos was to draw people's attention to it. Wargaming really need to do something about all the negativity in World of Tanks, and they have been. They've reworked the team killing system, as you're going to see later on in this video, and yeah, it means that those TKers are going to have a harder time trolling people. But unfortunately, what they've also done is they've removed the option for reporting people from racism, and that was a big disappointment. Racism is one of the really disgusting things in World of Tanks, and I don't care if you're from a culture that takes racism a lot more lightly than others. The fact is that this is a European game, at least on the servers I play on, and racism is just not acceptable, full stop. So I don't care what country you're from, you have absolutely no excuse for racism, and the fact that Wargaming removed that from the player report system, I don't agree with at all. There are still plenty of asshats out there, but I want to try and stay away from all the negativity. If you want negativity, just go onto the World of Tanks forums. You'll find plenty of trolls there, or look in the comments of YouTube videos, although I have to say my YouTube comments have all been pretty positive, very few trolls there, and I appreciate that, guys. I really do. I really like my community. I really like the guys who follow me on Twitch, really nice bunch of people, and I really like the guys who comment on my YouTube videos. There is almost never any negative remarks there, so really appreciate it. And with that tone, I really don't think bringing out an Asshat series, especially when I try to highlight what's positive in World of Tanks, is a good move. And I know some of you may disagree with me, and I know some of you agree with me, but I really don't think highlighting the asshattery in World of Tanks, unless it's a really special occasion, deserves its own video anymore. So this is going to be the last one. At least for a very long time, unless something special happens. So apologies for that. Anyway, let's just get going with this asshattery, and we are here on a 71%er on Corellia. Yes, a 71%er. That means the enemy team have a 29% chance of winning. And on the enemy team, we have a Type 58, xRorek, who obviously has XVM installed. He's got 25,000 games, very experienced player, 1659 efficiency and a 55% win rate, so he's a very good player. They have a few good players, but he is their star. He's in top tier, but obviously a 29% win rate doesn't make him very happy. Here we go. So most of this is off stream or off camera. But I just start this game. It was while I was doing the Super Persian grind. And I do have to say, I haven't come across as many asshats in the last couple of months as I used to be coming across. So maybe it's because of the team killing system. Maybe it's reduced the number of asshats, but anyway, we're just advancing. I'm going to be moving down to the 0 line, and if you take a look at the kill feed on the right hand side, any moment now. Here we go. Whoops. Enemy xRorek has drowned himself. So yeah, suffice to say, basically what happens for the next 5 minutes in this game, besides us dominating the team and winning, is the enemy team start crying and asking everyone to report xRorek for basically calling them noobs, thinking they were a shit team, and deciding to drown himself at the beginning of the game. And that's exactly what he did. So any chance the enemy team had of actually winning or even putting up a fight in this game disappeared when xRorek decided to pussy out and drown himself at the start of the game. But if drowning yourself as xRorek did in the previous game isn't bad enough, then there's also the guy who wants to throw the game for his team. And in this particular game, played on Himmelsdorf while we were in our KV2s and platooned with Coremaster and Bringy, we have Makol33906 from the LO clan in his Churchill 3. And yes, while this countdown is going, let's just see what his mindset is. In chat, he's going, fuck, tier 6. As if he didn't know what tiers the the Churchill 3 actually saw. But it's not a bad matchup for a Churchill 3. Lots of tier 5s on the enemy team. So the KV2s are going to be moving up the hill. Makol looks as if he's going to be coming up the hill as well. Let's get a top-down version. He's pointing his gun at Coremaster. And now he's saying A43 your mother. Don't know what issue or what the A43 happened to do. But there you go. He stopped and he took a shot at Coremaster's tracks. And he's continuing to shoot at him. Coremaster is restraining himself and doesn't return fire, but Churchill 3 decides to track Coremaster and then blames lag. He basically says that it's lag that caused him to track the KV2 3 times in a row. So Coremaster continues up. And Makel's claiming no team damage, so it's okay. It's okay. No team damage. 0 damage, team noob. Ah ha ha ha. And he continues to shoot at Coremaster. He tracks Coremaster again and turns blue. And then calls him a noob. And then says sorry. So the fact that he turned blue means he TKs a lot of his friendly tanks. Coremaster puts a shot into him, and I'm not going to deal with this asshat, so I decide to take him out. And we go on and we win the game convincingly. But yeah. Makol 33906 from the LO clan. I have no idea what your issue is, but congrats, you've definitely made this week's asshat of the week. Next up, we have a platoon of asshats that Nealon Travels encountered. We have muellerderknueller in his PZ38NA, who has platooned up with CeKey in his M2 medium. Both are fairly new players to the game. As obvious from the amount of games played and their efficiency and win rates, but that doesn't excuse them from the fact that they are complete and utter asshats in this particular replay. I'm going to be playing most of this on ×2, and I'm going to be showing it to you from Nealon's point of view. And the fact that I'm including a couple of asshats from players other than myself basically shows how well behaved players have been over the last couple of months. I have very few videos to include in asshat of the week, and I really don't want to accept asshat videos from anyone else, so that's probably another reason I'm going to probably call a series quits after this particular video. So anyway, Nealon moves up to the railway lines, and basically, yes, what starts off this asshattery is a bunch of trash talking in chat, and CeKey is telling Nealon to fall back, and Nealon basically asks why, and then they start talking crap. Are you gay? Your mom bitch. Blah 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 blah. But your dick is little. Blah 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 blah. And they're just being asshats. I mean, this sort of stuff is expected in something like Call of Duty. In fact, I would probably bet my house on the fact that these two are COD players. But anyway, yes, Nealon is just here sniping, and the two guys, muellerderknueller and CeKey, are continuing to insult as much as they can in chat. And Nealon's been quite restrained. She's actually having a conversation with these guys. I would have just ignored them, but yeah, they're just continuing. Shut up, son of a dog. Blah, 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 blah. Enemy team are capping. And now, if you look at the mini-map, they've both had enough. They haven't quite finished insulting her, and now they're moving over to her position. Here they come. So, not being content with being asshats in chat, they've decided that they are just going to cause her problems. The PZ-38NA is trying to push her. And now here comes his little friend CeKey in the M2 medium, and they're continuing their tirade in chat. So again, we're going to speed it up, and you'll notice that Nealon is trying to aim at enemy tanks, and these two guys are just pushing her. They are trying to disrupt Nealon's aim. Nealon's trying to play the game, and these two guys are just taking shots at her, pushing her, trying to disrupt her aim, and continuing their tirade in chat. Yes, they're just continuing their crap in chat. So then the PZ-38NA aims at her side, does a few more insults in chat, continues to ram her. Now the M2 medium is sitting in front of her. And the chat continues. So Nealon's had enough, decides to drive away, very restrained. And they're not done yet. The PZ-38NA decides to put a shot into her rear. And then they follow her like little ducklings across the map. But fortunately, before there's any more asshattery, Nealon's team decide to cap. And the game is over. So, congratulations to CeKey and muellerderknueller for just being in this week's Asshat video. So while most of the asshats have been leaving me alone for the last month or so, unfortunately Nealon has been attracting them like flies. And yes, this is another asshat from one of Nealon's games. It's going to be yuriberkelder in his PZ-3A. He's a relatively new player to the game, but that doesn't excuse the fact that he's an asshat. So in the countdown to this game here on El Haloof, yuriberkelder told his team that he was going to scout for them, and we're just going to go. So recently released a scouting video showing how strong a certain position is on the this map. I don't know whether Nealon has seen that video, but you're going to see her heading straight down to my favorite little scouting position on the map, the mound. You can use it from either side. And she has charged straight down, and she's heading into this bush here. And she's going to be doing some passive scouting, and it's going to get her spots up on the ridge, and it's going to get her spots at enemy tanks moving towards A1, A2. Really, really strong scouting position. And there we go. Look at all of these spots she's getting. She's just spotted a Crusader, a Chinu, spotted an M4 on the ridge, and oh, hang on, there's a Matilda she spotted. So fantastic scouting position, but I've almost forgot, this is not a scouting video, this is an asshat video. But look at all the tanks she's spotting. But here is yuriberkelder in his PZ-3A, who's just moved up behind her. So he's sitting at the bottom of the mound, and now he's deciding to advance up the mound, and for absolutely no reason, he's decided that he's going to push her out of the bush. So Nealon is telling him to go away, that he's an idiot. And now he's firing. He's shooting Oh, hang on. That was Neilon shooting him. So, yeah, okay, I didn't realize Neilon returned fire. Did 0 damage, but Neilon has been pushed out of the bush. She's taking fire. Her commander's been knocked out, all because of this asshat, yuriberkelder. So, Neilon has had enough with this guy, aims carefully at the back of his turret. And this guy is just an idiot. He's sitting here. He wanted her spot. And yuriberkelder is telling her, sorry. So Neilon moves back up to the bush, restrains herself, but she's lost almost all her health. And then he decides he's going to move up, nudge her, push her, and then he's going to sit beside her. Yep, he's not done. Look at that. He decides to try and push her out of the bush again. And Neilon has had enough. Opens fire. And there you go. So I think one of the major reasons there have been so few asshats in the game recently is because of this team killing mechanic that's been added to the game. Unfortunately, that got Neilon a 24-hour ban, simply because she was retaliating against a complete and utter asshat. So, yes, yuriberkelder, congratulations. You have made this week's asshat video. Remember, folks, no matter how much these asshats try to intimidate you, no matter how much they try to prevent you from playing your game or try to upset you, if you return fire, you're just feeding the trolls. Don't get your account suspended. Don't react to their negativity. Don't react to their asshattery. It's just not worth it. And with that little message, I'm going to sign off from today's video and from the last asshat video for quite some time. As I said, never say never. I'm not going to be bringing out regular asshats anymore. There's going to have to be a very, very, very special occasion for me to do it. I hoped you enjoyed the series. If you didn't, then yes, I finally have come around to your way of thinking. I'm a very positive player most of the time. I try to look at the positives of World of Tanks. I try to stay away from the negativity, and I don't think the Asshat series was just fitting in with my view of the game. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.